Greetings, one and all, to this weekly dose of episode 400. Damn it, every time! 346 of Tenno.
400.
Yeah, I said 400. I keep doing that. Like it's like
one day,
this go dyslexia power. I swear, love of God. 346 of 10 o'clock, 4 away from the big 500. Fucking, I'm just gonna stop. 350.
He has to announce one podcast that has reached a round number, and now he has completely forgotten what number we are now because he's now 400 and 500.
Yep. And we are doing 10
also,
o'clock.
350 is not big. It's 3. Oh well, I guess.
Oh, no, I mean, it's what, 7 years?
I guess we're almost at the point when there's so many episodes at 10 o'clock you could watch one a day for an entire year.
That's true. That is true. That is so true. We are not far from that. Can you do the 10 o'clock a day challenge? Don't do that. It's not a challenge.
Why would you do that? It would be so
challenge. You would hate us by the end of it.
Oh my word.
Either that or you'd learn our like psychological tics and know how to break us within like the sheer mention of a single word. Like, you know, you've created such amazing profiles on our psyche. Anyway, so first things first, emblems. We got two lovely emblems today, and this is for Loz and I to discuss, obviously. I'm gonna give it to mine.
Seems I can't see yours. I'm gonna just have to.
Wait, what do you mean you can't see mine? Is it not loading?
It's not there. You haven't pasted it.
Yeah, I have.
Where?
Did they not paste? Oh, bloody... So, I was having this issue with Discord earlier. For some strange reason, I can't drag and drop files anymore.
Strange. Don't know. But anyway, mine's kind of one of the weakest ones I've ever found, and I was like, oh god, it was even sideways. The only way at the moment I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a great emblem. So whatever yours, I'm sure it's lovely. So there you go.
Hold on. You can't do it like this, Loz. You have to do it the proper. There you go.
Oh, yours just wins.
Yeah. So mine's like 3 faces with sort of like crystalline wings.
I didn't even look at that. Oh wow, yeah. There's
with a shield. You know, mine just wings.
It's just cool, man. It looks 3D almost. That is so good.
Yeah,
I love it. Right. Yep. Moving on.
So that's it for. Gosh darn it! That's it for the emblems. Moving on to Dojo Dusting. Takes down the time. Through lack of movement, I'm going to go do that myself.
Wait, you want me to?
Yeah, that's that. Remember, we spoke about this last week.
Oh.
You forgot about that, didn't you? Oh.
Well, what does your clock say? I mean, I've got a clock running, but...
Well, I just wrote it down as 3:11. Right, so Dojo Dusting. First off, congratulations to Cephalon Squared for hitting the 100th episode yesterday on Sunday, the 14th of June. You know, round of applause. Round of applause. Gotta be. I can't hear you. Yeah, clap, man, clap. Wow, your microphone hates you.
My microphone, I did something with it. It used to be great. I could be in the toilet or the kitchen down the hall and Xeno would be able to hear me. And now it can't. It's been big up anything. Don't know what. I think I played with the settings. Yeah, I'm going to play it again.
I can't hear him clap.
No, I think it's great. I think it's great that over the years, we've seen so many other Warframe podcasts. And I even used to say when they get to 20, 10. We should bring them on.
10.
It's 10 or 20?
10.
10 episodes. And then so many of them stop at like 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
One actually made it to 20, but then actually,
fell apart?
I think it did. It kind of shifted. They started doing other gaming. I haven't actually seen if they're still around, but they did like Warframe. They moved into other things clearly, and so I was like, let's not have them on there again. Let's not have them on now. So it's just because the time wasn't right. But then we have had the guys on. They are really fun. So if you don't know about the Cephalon Squared podcast and you want some more Warframe podcasts, just literally type in Cephalon Squared, go to Google, and you'll find their lovely website which has all the different platforms. Like you're spoiled for choice. In fact, I'm just having a quick look again now.
The only disadvantage is They're not on YouTube or Twitch. Though the 100th episode should be on Twitch.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully on YouTube.
I
But there'll
remember
be
at
a
the
link.
start they said about they wanted to get it on YouTube. I suppose
Yeah,
that's
but
never
it's a
came
lot
anywhere.
of work to do it, and I think they decided not to bother anymore, which is I can appreciate that.
Right.
But
Didn't you know they had one?
I've put a link in the description below for the Cephalon.
But they are on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher. It's like, wow, you're spoiled for choice. It's like,
you know what?
I
should
listen to
actually
Spotify.
talk to them about how to diversify. I keep talking about like, oh, I should put on something else. Like I used to have it on SoundCloud for the longest time. That cost me an arm and a leg. And then like what's it called? Tobiah messaged me saying like, oh, you've got Google. So you've got 10 o'clock on. Name of the thing we just said. Google Podcast. It's like, and it was an episode like 294 from a year ago. It was just like, yeah, no, and it was hosted on SoundCloud, and then yeah. Anyway.
That's a random thing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh well, but still, Cephalon Squared, do check them out. They are really cool. It's a bit different structure to what we do, which is kind of cool, the variation. I haven't listened to, I will admit, I haven't listened to them in a little while because what I used to do on work, they were my Mondays afternoon on a work day.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday, I can't remember now. But since COVID, which has been like 12 weeks now, I am so far behind. It's like I just can't get into any form of routine like this. So I've not been listening to it sadly in a while, but I'm going to have to catch up. I'm definitely going to catch episode 100, which will be coming out. If you listen to this, it's probably already out, I think. I know there's a time difference.
Yes.
I've never sat down and worked it out, but you know, if it's not out, it'll be out soon for them. So do check it out because it's really cool. Another Warframe podcast. When this closes, we have to have them on again.
Oh
When
yeah.
this is, yeah. But anyway, so do check them out. Do you know, they also have merch. We don't have merch.
But do you know what they don't have? They don't have a hat.
They don't have hats.
They don't have hats.
I would happily wear a Cephalon Squared hat on 10 o'clock. Honestly, would.
I would seriously happily wear a Cavasect hat, Cavnifex hat, if I had any. But I don't. Because I don't even have hats. Why don't I have hats?
Why don't you have hats? Still, hats where it is. Anyway, I'm going to get a mug. It's not going to be as big as my 2-liter mug, but it'll still be a mug, at least. Yeah, so I'm going to get that. But yeah, a hat would have been good.
Get more hats.
They do like t-shirts. They do like all these crazy things, like wall scrolls and things, but no hats. Where's the hats at?
Need a hat.
Anyway, let's move on. Other Dojo Dusting.
Oh yes. So going to be doing a giveaway exclusive to the people that enter in the the YouTube community response poll thingies. Does it make sense? Am I making sense?
Those people who enter the description of this video
Answer
and go to the Google page and answer the questions on that and fill in your details will be in line to also have a chance to win
the digital TennoCon ticket. So yeah, D gave us an opportunity to do that, and I was like, I don't want to run I can't easily run the Prime Vault and the digital TennoCon ticket at the same time because I only have the one platform to do it on Twitter. And then, hey ho, YouTube forced their hand with the whole questions thing. So I thought, let's give some people some incentives. In it right, Loz. In it right, Loz. So, yep, if you enter in any of the questions from last week till June 25th, right? So that's a week Thursday for everyone. You will have a chance of winning a digital TennoCon ticket. Right?
Cool.
Yeah. And if you go into,
I need to get the t-shirt. I do like the t-shirt.
Yeah, I need to order the t-shirt and the pin.
Yeah.
But so all you need to do, go in the description, find the link to the polls, to the episode polls, put in your in-game details. I was asked in the comments of last episode, could they have an option for multiple choice of the platforms? I need you guys to pick your primary platform. right? Because it's where you're going to receive the ticket sort of thing. It's going to be applied to your account. I don't know the ins and outs of how it works, but I need you guys to pick just the primary platform you guys play with. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell, isn't it?
Cool.
So
also want to point out how Tenno's been delayed.
Yes, to the 1st of August. So
But Darvo, as in if you gain access to the digital ticket, you'll still gain access to Darvo on the original time dates, the original window, and also the August window. So you're getting double the chance to access his entire library of things. So if you miss it in July, so if you pick it up, if you can't make it for July, you can pick it up for August, I assume, the ticket to watch TennoCon and gain access then. But if you want, you can say go in July, pick up everything you want you get from Darvo.
And Barrow will be there too.
Barrow, Barracuteer, sorry. The Barracuteer relay will have his entire stock. Also, if you like, I can't quite afford anything this time, or you've then got like another month to farm up more ducats to get it again. So it's really a good deal if you want the Barrow stuff. I was going to say Darvo again. The Barrow stuff, it's just loads of opportunities. I mean, there's loads of cosmetics I've always missed out on, and I'm going to save up a bit now, get it on the first thing, because when you've got the full list in front of you, you can assess what you have and haven't got. And go, oh yeah, let me tally up, and then you can save up for the next time. So do not miss out on that, because we're never going to get that kind of opportunity again. So it's amazing. Yeah. So just point that out to people. And Xeno needs more Prime pedestals.
So I'm just
pedestal Prime.
Yeah, no, I'm just sorry. I nodded. I realized you can't actually see that. Right. So think that's everything for Dojo Dusting. Let's move on to the graphs. The graphs are a little different this time as compared to the time before that, and we're going to be using the crazy Google Sheets form thing that we asked all the things for. So Loz, you should have the graphs in front of you.
Graphs?
Yep. So annoyingly, some of the names were so long that they actually clipped off of the card, which vexed me ever so slightly.
Ooh.
Right. So are you ready, Mike?
We'll just take a moment of silence, because it's our first episode now without doing the YouTube cards, so very sad.
I don't even know if they're still there or not.
It just makes me so annoyed. It was such a good feature, right? I should stop saying that. We should move on. We're using Google Graphs or whatever. Is this Google? Did you have to make these, or these Google Graphs?
No, I had to make these stupid graphs, and so I thought it was going to take me an hour to actually get the whole of 10 o'clock prepared and ready and everything. It took me an hour just to make these bloody things. Now I know how to do it.
You automated it at least in some,
Yeah, I know how to do it now. So
okay,
right, okay. So
first
one. What do Orokin count as? Right, my good sir. We took a tragic blow this fine day, as the total of 38 people responded.
Well, this is the thing. So if people aren't aware, we've lost don't say it again, I know I keep saying. YouTube have removed the feature to do the little polls we used to do in the cards window. It's so sad. It's so annoying. We love that feature, and people used to access it every week and vote, and it was really great. It's now gone. You have to go into the description of this video to a Google page to access the polls. The good thing is it gives Xeno more time so he can actually make longer questions, but we need you to go do that. I think a lot of people used to just love watching the video and being like, click, 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 and click through the polls. I think that was, and it's so annoying that feature is gone, but it's gone. So all we can do, and I'm going to point it out for maybe for a few videos, please go into the description below and vote in the polls for the questions of this week. We go through them every week. We always look at them, and people give us some good feedback. So it's really nice to see. So please go into the description and click on those links.
Additionally, serious thing here. If we can get 1,000 subscribers on this channel, right?
Yeah.
We can start embedding the link to these polls in the video again. We can't.
Right, so it'll be on the iCards. You can click the iCard and then take you straight there.
Yeah. But right now the iCards are empty because we just can't. We can't put anything in it.
Could you just put something that says please subscribe so we can so we can link to the polls?
Nope.
Can't you make cards?
No. Well, no, the only cards I can make are YouTube videos, a link to a channel,
A
That's
YouTube
it.
channel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
Anyway,
maybe I can
what
put
do
something.
Orokin? I think what do Orokin count as? There we go.
Right. So what did Orokin count as? 38 people responded. 31% said, or 31.58% said humanoid, and 68.42% said advanced human.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them human anymore. They've transcended beyond that, or changed or warped themselves beyond that. Definitely.
So what would you count them as? Okay, what would you count Space Marine as?
Oh, they are super. They're oh, well, really genetic aberrations. Really,
So
mangled abominations of people.
So what would you say?
Would they still count as human though? Does a Space Marine count as a human? Is a good question. But
Yeah.
I like for Orokin. The reason why I'm not thinking it is I'm a humanoid, or both of them, is that the fact that they can swap bodies. It removes them, I think, from even that. So yeah,
right.
That's all.
Okay.
Moving
on. Right. Then I have to read the actual thing.
Oh,
what?
I didn't know about this question. It looks interesting.
I asked you to look at the questions
Last week.
Okay, fair enough. Right. So the next question is: do you think DE would better grow Warframe's community by revamping existing open worlds, fucking hell, or by experimenting with new ones and taking what they learned and applying it to the older ones? It's great now I don't have a bloody character limit on the question.
Yeah.
Of course, it'd be nice if I could see the full question on the card. Right, okay, so where are we?
What do you mean by experimentation versus revamping? How is that?
So experimentation is go do like an infested one, bring what you learn and
Do you mean making a new open world is what you should have put? Because basically, if the options are better grow through revamping and better grow through experimentation, isn't revamping just another form of experimenting?
No, I would say revamping is taking old and improving upon it, whereas experimenting
With experimenting
no, but with experimentation it's all new. It's all
I just think you could have made that more varied. I should have picked that up.
Yes,
anyway.
I forgot asked you to look.
I looked at it and previous Lawrence said no, I did. I swear it looks fine.
So where are we? So 7
8%.
Okay, fine. 8%. 8%. Do you want me to get these to round?
That'd probably be easier.
Will do. Right. 8% said other. 42% said better growth through experimentation. And 50% said better growth through revamping.
Yeah, you see, here's one of the things of this is I think it would be good if we got a third open world zone, because having things in threes kind of works. You get bored of ones, you move on to the other ones in spare, so you can go between them. At the moment, we've just got the two, so you're just alternating between that one, then 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 that one. A third one just kind of completes the set, the trifecta, and it has that sort of thing of threes. It would be nice. However, I also think what they already had is that they were supposed to be platforms to grow off of, instead of just.
But they didn't grow.
Allotments that they didn't bother planting anything in. So yeah. Anyway,
the next question was. Sorry. I just want to prefix some. So for question 2 and question 5, 4. Some people turned around and gave me some very interesting other options that, upon dissecting, just basically said what was already said before. So they actually got assimilated into the original results.
Fine.
I still have the originals, but I'm just saying for the purpose of these graphs, because otherwise everything would be other. I promise you. Right. So next is, should open worlds have the community-driven presence like what is suggested in the topic? So do you remember how we talked about...
Yeah, permanence, not presence, permanence, yes. And I agree. Yeah, I remember this one. This one I do remember, because it was so good, and we had our cool idea.
Yep. Okay, cool. So 37 people responded to this one. So one person didn't. 22% said that they didn't care. 5% said no, and 73% said yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is. This is the sort of thing I want the open world things to have. And when we saw Venus, and they were kind of making out that you were being attacked from orbit, and you had to get in your railjack to go up there.
Yeah.
That linking action was one of the most amazing points of it. Not more than just you could go from the Orb Valis into space, but more that the stuff in space was having an impact on your mission, and you could go deal with it. That linking permanence of things, and that has never appeared in Warframe. Really, the best we got is if you do the fractures, you get a credit boost. It's like, wow.
Yeah. Right. And then last but not least, would you like to see procedural subterranean environments in Orb Valis? Sorry, they should have said procedurally generated subterranean environments in Orb Valis and Plains of Eidolon, or would you rather leave them abandoned? Right. So, 38 people responded. 8% said other. Again. 8% said open the existing open worlds. Abandon the existing open worlds. Quiet. And
open the open world.
I forgot to hit the graph. Wait, did I hit the graph button?
And 84% said...
Sorry, none of the bloody graphs have actually swapped over. Sorry, my apologies. Right.
Oh, so we've had none of them pop up?
Apart from, like, the first two, yes. Right? So the third one didn't pop up, right? So a fourth one... Sorry. I would like the
subterranean
environments. 84%. Right, and yes, has 84%. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think I like how you use the word abandon. Abandon them. Just literally, people are so sick of the planes and the Orb Valis. Just no more content on these. Go back to just doing running missions. Warframe should just be nothing but running missions in tile sets continuously. The same missions: exterminate, Marvel defense, survivors. Just keep running those. More tile sets. Give me more pretty pictures. Sorry.
But I mean, people did say they don't want to see any more open world stuff, and you know, again, there were some comments in here that, some of the other responses that were like, "Oh, do it, but I don't want you to do open world stuff." I'm like, just pick one. You know, say it's like saying both doesn't make sense in this instance.
It's because they make these awesome zones and then they just don't do enough with them. I'm thinking to like Destiny 2 is a good comparison because that's kind of what they were trying to get at. Whereas Destiny 2 has these sort of open environment zones and you go through, and they have set missions in set areas where you've got your public events happening and you've got your missions to run, whatever, and ignoring the main story, which you get through and do once, right? Mm-hmm. And yet those don't feel as repetitive as the planes and Orb Valis to me, because they don't. Those make a good use of the whole map. They'll be really far apart the nodes of what you're doing, the different open events or whatever, public events and things that are going on. Whereas Orb Valis, for instance, uses... I'm tempted to do 100... maybe 100. Yeah, 100 different bounties on the Valis and record the nodes and put them on a big map and record all this information. I bet you I'd focus in, like, for a map that big, I'd be, like, bouncing between, like, a handful of points between, like, the massive map. Be like, that. It just repeats the same points. It's just stupid. It's like, oh, I'll defend this point again. Oh, I'll disable this gyro drive thing here again. It's like, it's just... And yet there's the far reaches of the map where there's some cool terrain that you never get to fight on.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Right, moving on.
Yeah, move on to the community...
Before I moan some more.
The Patreon questions.
Yes. Joshua Minnick, so I was right about the golden oven mitt being in game. Right question. What face mask should operators use during a pandemic? None. None unless you're actually ill. Then, oh god, face masks.
Actually, to be fair, I'm thinking the hood, the hood that just completely covers your whole head.
Yes,
like
or the voice modulator thing. I think I've got to ram it on there, see as little as my bloody face as possible.
Or
next one,
or the Isaac Clarke one.
Fair enough. So Protea is likely out by now. Yes, it is. Therefore, if you had her fourth ability, that's the time rewind tracer ability.
Yeah.
What things would you do for the duration of it, and then rewind to before you did it to do it again, or another thing? Gnit, returner.
It's going backwards. Come on, Loz. I mean, I could book that out from the first word.
Yeah, I know. So Protea is likely out, but
if you could go backwards in time and redo your shit,
that's not how that works. That's not how that works.
Window of it's just a what's called bloody window of opportunity episode of Stargate. Put a fucking golf ball through the Stargate. Come on, Loz. Think creatively.
Sorry. No, I meant the annoying thing.
No one cares.
Nah. Anyway, well, it depends because could you eat a chocolate bar and then you'd uneat it and then you can eat it again and then you can uneat it and then you can eat it again. You can eat it and then you can eat it again. I like chocolate.
I don't know.
Because
would it be uneaten into existence? Because there's a limit to how much.
Because Protea does rewind health and things. I think so does Tracer, doesn't it?
Yes,
Tracer?
but your bullets don't come back.
Well, bullets in. I think they do, don't they?
Well, you resupply your ammo.
Actually, I've done the quest, but I haven't got Protea yet.
You know what?
I looked at the bundle and I was like, "Shall I buy the bundle?" And I'm like,
let's move on. Let's move on.
God, I want to look at abilities. Hang on.
Yeah, but time.
What's it do?
Time.
Oh, you were moaning. You wasted loads of time earlier. That's too late. Everything lost or expended in that time is returned.
Everything.
Expended
or lost.
Yep. I doubt that counts gear items, but oh well. Zrugel, thank you, Zrugel. Zrugel, why you do this, lol? Yes, Zrugel, you tell them. Damn, Josh. Nick Evans, how much do you enjoy update weeks, knowing that DE have announced an update to actually be releasing in a given 5 working day period, but not knowing precisely when, and the constant internal time checking of, well, their lunch is about the end of our workday, so it could appear any time this evening from about Tuesday onward, and getting that sinking feeling every day the update does not actually drop?
I've not had that update sinking feeling for a long time, only because of how chaotic my job is.
Yeah, I used to worry a lot more about it. I think the Arkwing update was and it got pushed back by 2 weeks, and I was like forever waiting for it to come out. I just don't get that anymore, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like it'll come out when it comes out. And if I used to also worry that if I wasn't there and when the patch is out, I'll miss out, and everyone will be doing the new thing, and I'll not know about it. I don't even care anymore.
I remember. I mean, don't get me wrong. If they turn around and say we're releasing The War Within tonight, I'll be there. I'll be playing all night waiting. Well, I mean,
if
I could live stream, I would.
Yeah. No, you could live stream.
Not now.
You could.
Oh, no.
Or you could if you listen.
I wonder, could I get 5G?
Yes, as I was saying. I mean, because you could stream a big update like that. Wouldn't be that much. You could, streaming daily. Yeah, a 5G dongle or something, and and a bit of data. You could do special events and things.
5G.
How much data you got on your phone? Can you stream off your phone?
I don't know, actually.
That's a good point. Anyway, moving on. See, Nick Evans, just don't get that feeling anymore, I'm afraid. It's very sad. Nick Evans, hello to the future, and how buggy was the update before the 4 hot fixes that popped up after it? Well, I only did the quest, because I liked that. It was really cool. I didn't see any bugs.
I heard that the quest was buggy and broken. My experience was it was not in the slightest, and that the person that was complaining about it didn't know how to do it.
I will admit, though, I just before recording logged on just because I forgot to check the market to buy things, and then it was like Hotflix deploying. I'm like, oh, okay, I want to buy things, and it would just bug out, and I'm like, the market was like,
it's part of the course, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I still stand by. I think I said for liches. I think I've killed 1 lich or something. I just ignored liches for the longest time because I knew they came out as a big mess. I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna get a lot of reworking, and they did. And now I'm like, wow, I get to enjoy liches when they're actually really reasonable to do instead of all the hunting that starts. So you don't need to play the Warframe update right away. Help those numbers stay high. Just maybe wait 24 hours. It's not a big deal,
Yep.
Ozadax, do you ever use the Parazon on enemies that don't require it, or do they die too fast? I occasionally see the pop-up that says it. Do you? And I maybe sometimes use it. Do you?
No, they die too fast.
Most of the time they die too
Bullets
fast.
help.
I thought we were going to replace all killing animations with the Parazon.
No?
Why don't we?
It was... You really want to Parazon everything?
Yeah, mercy kill. I don't see why, and stealth
No,
kill. I don't get why we
I
need
thought...
stealth
No,
for animations for weapons anymore.
no,
I thought it was going to
Oh,
be replacing all the
yeah.
melee weapons, but I don't think it does.
No,
So
it doesn't, because there was also supposed to, like, you stab the capture target as well, and you download them into the cord, but that didn't happen either. I think
yeah,
it's just a case of, like, what was ready. Minimum
maybe.
viable product.
What do you want for the third crime scene in the Nightwave series? How would you change it up to make it more difficult? I liked the second one. Finally, I think that should have come out sooner because it felt so much smoother than the
I'm
first one.
surprised it didn't come out at the beginning of the week. I thought, what, 4 weeks without actually having a...
Yeah, it was a long time. We've
Yeah.
got to work out how long this Nightwave's going to be running. Are we getting a one a month? Is that 3 more months of this? 3 more months this Nightwave? That's crazy. But oh well, maybe. After seeing the first one though, the second one was a lot easier. In fact, I found the first one harder because obviously I didn't know what to do, and finding some of the things in the area was harder because it was grass and like what am I supposed to be looking for? This one was so much easier. You just went around, found things. How would I change things to make it more difficult? I don't know if it can be done because they're going to repeat the same formula. There'll just be things to look at, and you'll have to use it. Maybe what it could do is not make it so obvious what the information is. So you actually have to appreciate what you're reading instead of putting in bold, this is the answer.
I think
That kind of thing like that.
I think the important thing is to establish a baseline first. Like, really get it rock firm in people's understanding. Because, like, we already saw from the first one that people rallied against it. Yeah, okay, I get it, I do. But I think it's important that everyone has a baseline understanding of the system before they can enhance upon it. I would like to see it more difficult, though. Throw in some maths.
Yeah, maybe not give you the answer, but give you
how to work it out.
No, some of the information, and then the problem is about it that I would like to do it is maybe because it becomes like a little bit of a parkour puzzle. You've got to try and quickly look and jump, and it's trying to put the pressure on you. Maybe do one of them where it doesn't have a time limit, but it doesn't give you, but the answers aren't given to you in the opening area. You're just told some information, and it's like you have to extrapolate. Maybe maths is one an easy way of doing it. Yeah, give you some maths or some other things. Like, it doesn't directly tell you which faction it is, but you can work out from some of the information that it's actually the Grenadier it's talking about. Kind of little suggestions.
Yeah,
and stuff
like stuff that's around the environment.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That's a big up, but I doubt it. I don't mean anything mean against DE because I think this is a good start, but they always do good starts and never really take the next step to push it into something really that would be interesting.
I think
it's the third, fourth, and fifth crime scenes are just going to be brums that are very obviously there's the items, and you look at them and it makes it very obvious what the thing is, and then you just quickly go do them. I don't think they can shake it up. I'd like to be surprised, but I don't think I'm going to be surprised.
I think a lot of it is based on fear, though, because I think the concern is what if enough players don't like the direction they're taking the game in, and then all of a sudden players are just, oh look, we're gonna go play Overwatch 2. It's better. It's like that I think drives a lot of the decisions to dumb down, honestly. That's my guess. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Next.
Do you have a favorite episode of Gaming and Chill? From Zoogle.
I know, I did quite like the GTA one. Yeah, it came out yesterday. There you go. Go watch that. Go enjoy that. That was a lot of fun. I chopped down 4.5 hours into 53 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the final one also was, would you eat root beer candy?
Give it a go. I mean, whether or not I will like it is another thing entirely.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I enjoy that as a sweet. I think it's the drink as a drink because it's just mainly the reason I like root beer as a drink is because it's so different to what we normally have available. Yeah. That it's the novelty of it, I guess. It's just different. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want that as a candy. I like it as a liquid. I think I don't think that. Yes, or sweet or as Americans, it's like candy because we wouldn't have it over here like that. No, we wouldn't have that as a sweet. That'd be awful.
It wouldn't be a sweetie.
Awful.
Right.
That's it.
Cool. So moving on to the topics.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get guests back and we can. I think we need to be shaken up because I look at the time and I'm like, ugh. Anyway, comments. By the way,
comment. Oh shoot! Sorry, keep going. Yes.
So Sean McGonery points out no iCard. Like, oh, there's no iCard. Yeah, so it's really shocking. First, it is. Yeah. I would also like to say, if anyone has any feedback on the Google, because we haven't said this, if there is any feedback you have on the Google question page, do send it to Xeno on his Twitter. I think there's a link in the description because he does like it. So if you think of a better way of doing it or structuring it or any question you want to ask, do it that way, and we will hopefully get them back into the cards once we get up slowly crawling our way to 1,000 subs on this channel. Right, moving on. Bionic Oath. Oh, I put this one in here because it's really interesting. To be completely honest, Xeno, yes, I did pause the video and press the I poll and answer the question before watching said video /TennoCast. So there are people who just video start, pause, questions, blah, 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 blah. So it's very, very sad. So hopefully we can help you at least click the card and it pops out and you go right then and then you get it there. Sooner rather than later, we just go to 1,000 subs. Whenever that's going to happen. Chudabega. Due to the length of the episodes, I generally only listen while driving or have YouTube in the background as I don't normally use a second monitor. I have gone to the description a few times looking for the polls, not realizing that it was some rarely used YouTube feature you have been using, lol. I never could be bothered to ask. You may end up getting more votes to turn out now. Well, we did randomly say, but I guess maybe you're like, oh, he's talking about some rubbish, not realizing it was the poll
cards.
Well, I
mean, if he was looking... so if he was doing it while I was driving, I can't imagine him remembering.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. So hopefully, we would like to see more people having it, but I think it's an extra step because you have to go to a different site.
It's an extra point of friction.
Yeah, I'm thinking numbers will be a bit lower until we can get that card up, which might help. But yeah, so it is in the description now. Hopefully, eventually, when we get to 1,000 subs, please like. Well, so you subscribe. You don't need likes. You subscribe.
No, we like likes as well because more likes we get. Nice. YouTube believes things. YouTube believes what it wants to believe.
People say
no one understands how YouTube works. YouTube doesn't know how YouTube works.
But we do need the subscription. But yes, you can find the description below. Sorry, moving on. The Captain Paxo. Friendly fire works in slower paced, more tactical games. Monster Hunter's version of friendly fire is to cause a stagger with no real damage. Even though it's relatively easy to avoid teammates and Generations Ultimate has been out for nearly 2 years in the West, there are still those who abuse the friendly fire stagger on weapons with crazy AoE to troll. In a game as fast-paced as Warframe, with as many abilities that have good range, I think the friendly fire would be obnoxious with or without friendly damage. Now, when I said we were saying friendly fire for the hard or the super hard mode,
no, that's not what we're talking about.
Huh? What?
No, we're talking self damage.
No, we were saying friendly fire.
No, we said self damage. I promise you said self damage.
I think we've also mentioned friendly fire as well for them.
No, that would be hell.
Pretty sure we said friendly fire.
I don't remember that.
We have said. I'm pretty sure we said friendly fire as well, and I think it'd be fine for the super hard version. Sure. And they're saying like people control it, and it's like, yeah, but this isn't
something you want to troll.
Version. Yeah, so it's the super hard version. If people troll, you just don't play with them, and it's not. Yeah. This isn't like you're doing it to progress to the star chart. The super hard version is just for the sake of it, or whatever, or maybe to get extra harder enemies. Like, somebody trolled me when I was getting through this. Whoop-de-doo. It's not like you're not getting access to a quest or something or progressing through the initial story. It's you're choosing to do the super hard mode. This is a feature of it. I mean, self-damage, fair enough, but I think friendly fire as well should be in there. And maybe not. I would say maybe not melee weapons, because obviously they have stupid, weird ranges that are like, "Hey, you're hitting me." Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. But the guns.
No,
maybe,
they should be able to reflect the bullets back, kill the person shooting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there'll be that, definitely that, but not the I meant when swinging. It's a bit hard to work out the range on that. Maybe it'd still be interesting.
It's fine.
Also, did you know that the Astilla glass slug-based shotgun is considered explosive because the slugs explode on impact? It's the only weapon that I don't like the new self-stagger for. There we go. So that's pointing out that I didn't know that. So that's very interesting. Thank you very much to the Captain Paxo.
Do you not remember the what's called self kills on Astilla? Astilla?
Astilla.
Do you mean the Astilla? Do you mean the Exceltra? What the hell's the Astilla?
Oh, good. It wasn't just me. Warframe. Astilla? No, the Astilla. Oh no, the Gara shotgun, the glass shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Sorry, my bad. No, I did not know this thing.
Yeah.
Try the Tonko.
Lastly, Kirby Man 1223. For the golden hand decoration, enter Parvos, Parvos, all capitals in the redeem code box. So have you seen this?
Yes, I have.
Right. So I missed it, whatever. So maybe the people out there as well. Just go to the. I'm not sure if there's a time limit on it. You see,
probably
go to the Warframe website.
Do it now.
Go to
do it now. Do it now.
I've already done it.
Have you already done it? That's fine. You don't need to do it now then.
No, but I want other people to know they can do it.
Well, you're not going to know if you've already done it because you'll say you've already redeemed it. If you've already done it, you can't tell them that it's doable. If you do it now, I mean, what's the use? Because they're not going to get the episode for 4 days. So it could no longer be available. Unless you're going to go message Marcus and say, can I do the thing in order to actually validate whether or not people can actually get the thing or not? If not frozen, don't lie to me. I can see the bloody bandwidth.
Oh, can you?
Yes, right. I noticed last time.
I'm not sure. I don't
the bandwidth
know.
Drops.
Is it time limited? Time limited. I don't think it would be like. It'll still be out by Monday. They're going to make this more than a week. This code, more likely.
It's already been out for more than a week.
Might be out for longer.
Anyway.
I don't know if it is time limited, but I missed on it, so I didn't know about it.
You haven't missed on it because you got it.
Yes, I know, but I'm letting other people know. Are you just trolling pointlessly? We're
right, let's move on.
God, no, I need to understand, right? There are people who may have missed this, right?
I'm being pedantic at your terminology. You said you didn't have it, but then you did have it. You lied. Right. You can't lie to our audience, Loz. They'll think you don't care about them.
Well, I think I was just in my goal of trying to help people. I said a word slightly wrong.
Yes.
And thus you are wasting our time.
I'm a programmer. I live to be pedantic.
What a waste of my life. Can I have those seconds back, please? Let us move on.
I'm sure everyone here is entertained. Right, are we on to topic now?
Yes.
57 minutes.
What? That clock doesn't say that.
No, we haven't been that long.
It's not far off, don't get me wrong, but we have to shape up on that. We're getting so sloppy.
Hey, I wanted to be on time, and you were like, nah, I'm going to ruin it now. So I just...
What, by making a mistake?
I helped. I helped. Right, so topic. Are the Tenno...
Dig in a hole.
Are the Tenno good for the Origin system?
Oh, okay.
The Tenno and the Lotus just maintain balance, essentially stopping the Grineer or the Corpus from getting the upper hand on each other. That's exactly what the invasion missions are. We fight alongside... There has to be a full stop there. That doesn't make sense. We fight alongside our enemies to fight the other faction. Consider... what?
To fight the other faction, isn't it?
To fight, yeah. We fight alongside our enemies to fight the other faction. Yeah. Sorry, it was just the double use of the word fight.
Okay.
Considering both these enemies have endless troops...
Armies.
Apologies. Considering both these armies have endless troops
Because you
implies
said enemies, right? And it said armies, so I thought I'd pedantically make the point of correcting it, even though they were both fighting. Sorry, I'm
that maintaining balance means keep the fight going. Just make
Fighting.
sure no one wins.
It says fighting, not fight.
Keep the fighting going. Just make sure no one wins. Many of the free will actions of the Tenno have wreaked havoc on the Origin system. The syndicates the Tenno associate with vary wildly, and their goals aren't necessarily peace. Frequently their own diverse goals.
Right,
Okay.
let's keep going.
Yeah.
And I'll check
Lotus ditched us, and we're free of our past, but other goals of Tenno don't seem.
The goals. Says the goals, not other.
But the goals of the Tenno don't seem to have changed from what the Lotus was telling us to do. So it always feels like we're still trying to win her love. What good are the Tenno if we don't necessarily want...
They. Says they.
My fucking god.
I don't normally let you.
What good
you want to be
are the Tenno if they don't necessarily want peace? Does anyone even want an end to the Grineer and Corpus warmongering?
I apologize, I'm being mean to you, but you're being mean about me. Anyway, so professional, aren't we? Anyway,
there's two words I can say right now.
I know. That's fine. Normally I think it's fine. I'm trying to find this frequently one, but it's not. So obviously this one is from Reddit, by the way. Normally you get sometimes from Warframe forums. This is a topic discussion on Reddit. Didn't get a lot of traction. I don't mean against Reddit, but I bet you if you put a picture of, oh, look at my pretty fashion frame, oh, look, plus 2,000 upvotes, this thing only got 13. 84% have voted, so most people were up voting for it. But it's just like, interesting topics like this just not the place.
See Reddit.
Diverse goals. Is it maybe that? Let's try and find. I can't find this in the actual thing. What they're talking about. Maybe
got banned.
goals. Let me try and work through. No, I mean I've got the actual post up. I'm trying to find that line because obviously this has been. I think it moves this one. Then there's the syndicates. Few like Red Veil and Hexes are basically just cults. They have all widely varying goals. Steel Meridian Parent was okay, but it's wild that their goals aren't necessarily destroy the Grenade, destroy the Corpus. It's not just the Tenno. Everyone is unconcerned with the future of the system. But I doubt the goal will change. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
Honestly, I think that a lot of this mimics reality. As weird as it sounds, like typically those in charge only care about what's happening now. They don't care about the future to come. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of that mindset bleeds into written media. So what are you...
sorry, are we talking about the topic or the meta of Reddit debating the topic?
No, I'm talking about the topic.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Reddit.
Right.
My point is that we've got characters here that are trying to serve their own agenda. So let's talk about Nathaniel for one. Right, Nathaniel is trying to. Actually, no. I'm gonna not talk about the quest because there are probably people listening that have not done it yet. Especially for the new
it's a good point.
So
consoles, we've got to remember consoles.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm taking that back. So let's look at let's think. The Queen's trying to take over our bodies so that they could relive a new life, right? They are trying to extend their existence. Let's look at God, what's his name? Ergo Glass, who was trying to facilitate his own agenda with the what's the pacifism of corpus through just spending money, right? In reality, you can't just spend money you don't have. Like, no one has the Tony Stark or Bruce Wayne wallet, right? But that is the motive that he facilitates, right? Like, I can just buy what I want. And then you have the mentality of New Loka. New Loka are all about bringing back harmony to... I'm never bringing up Arbiters of Hexus, by the way.
They don't have a plot. They don't have anything.
No, they did. They had one and then another one that conflicts with it, right? You've got a New Loka who are out to try and restore Earth to...
I really want a quest for them.
They have one, Silver Grove.
No, the Arbiters, sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry,
I was just thinking, the Red Veil quest being Chains of Harrow, it's like one of my favourite quests. Yeah. It's really interesting, it adds depth, it expands the world, it's really meaty in a lot of ways.
It means a lot.
It's really interesting. And yet the Arbiters, and it adds another dimension to the Red Veil. Like, it wasn't like Red Veil, they just hate and burn things. Right? What does that mean? What's been leading them? What's been showing them? And then we can see how misguided they kind of are because they've had this kid as their prophet kind of thing. It's like really interesting on many levels, the Chains of Harrow. Like, if we could give that kind of thing to the Arbiters, it would be really amazing. And we don't get it. It's like, where's the Arbiters quest? Hashtag 2020, or maybe we'll see after TennoCon. After TennoCon, it's going to be, I think that's our new crusade. Where is the Arbiter's quest?
Yeah, I don't know, because, I mean, I'm able to get away with it like a bandit because of it. But I do feel that it makes sense that no one cares about the universe as a whole. It's all about the, let's say, micro agenda, right? It's the whole... about the small bubble that I care about. That's what the real life is like, right? Everyone is trying to get by doing their own thing. So it makes sense that characters in the Warframe world care only about what's happening. The thing here is, why aren't we transcending our past restrictions with the Lotus to further our own ideals or anything like that? But we have no ideals. We only have the teachings that, we fumbled through, that the Lotus, imparted, I'm using air quotes, on us. Like, I don't know why we would deviate from anything different.
Why we would? What? Why not?
Well, why would we just suddenly start doing other things? Why would we put the corpus in power? Why would we just eradicate the Grineer from existence? The only one that I can ever think that we would actively work on is trying to get rid of the infestation, but I don't think that's a winning battle.
No, I think we could, because basically beforehand, our Tenno have just been, Lotus says do this, so we go do that. Lotus says go here. Lotus says kill this person. Lotus
Apart
says
from 2 instances.
One, which was the best event they ever did.
Event?
Second one being
quests.
Is it, you mean in the
Vor's
Captain Vor quest?
Yeah, Vor's Prize.
Yeah. It gives the option
Natar.
of... What's the Natar one?
She tells you not to chase the signal that reveals that she's sentient, but what's his name?
That's more disobedient than I mean an option. Like, an option is
fine. It's
like,
the only
yeah. Like, the only time we've been new options were Gravidius Dilemma and the Vor's Prize quest.
Yeah.
When Lotus was like, oh, I don't think you can do this, or you should do this. It's like, oh, that, at least it was better than Gravidius. There was no real option, it was like there was no right option. But apart from that, our Tenno have just been day by day. Lotus says go here, do this. Lotus says go here, do that. I'm surprised that now we've got Digital Lotus, we can't, that our Tenno don't start misbehaving more or deciding their own thing. But they've been awake for years now, They know what the Corpus are like. They know what the Grineer is like. Why don't they start thinking, well, I'm not just a weapon anymore. What's my life going to be like in 10, 20 years?
Because
what am I doing this for?
It's the solo player narrative that's a problem.
That's fine. I agree with you, but we need to obviously, you can say like it's just a game, or whatever. But I'm just thinking we're thinking beyond that kind of thing.
What I mean is that
no, you're right. Actually, you're right, and it's the thing I always brought up. Why don't it could be even in a single player narrative thing? It could be experienced in game if we had a quest. How about if we have a quest where we go meet up with some of the Tenno, can be voice characters, and they are now that Lotus isn't around, they're deciding to do other things.
Yeah,
and so it's like, wait. Orders like, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe you should go check on them, and you go to a little conclave with them, and they're just planning their mission, but they're actually not raiding the Ostrons, but maybe doing something a bit like they've decided a little bit more favorably with the Grineer more than we should, kind of thing. It'd be interesting to explore that dynamic through characters, but we don't.
I think you should start seeing other kinds of missions where it's like, so this exterminate is now effectively genocide. Right, this is go get this toxin, put it in the cloning vats in Uranus, and prevent the Grineer from using this facility for the next 5 decades. Right, it's because as this post is too rightly pointing out, what are we doing apart from just holding the tide back? Right.
Yeah.
There are different ways of approaching this entirely, and mass genocide could quite easily, and it's not good to do it, but it's an option, right? It's an option that's often used in things like war. But, I think the problem is, I would love it if they were allowing players to have factions beyond the syndicates, where it's like you have completely formed ties with the Steel Meridian. You cannot go on a relay again, right? That's how deep your ties with the Steel Meridian are. If any of the other factions, all the other factions hate you now, right?
I don't think a relay you can get that far, because the relays, why would the other factions allow just down the hall to be their hated faction you're allied with, but they won't let you on, but they allow them on? Like that I know what you're trying to get at there, but I don't think that's quite right.
You got a fair point. Then maybe there are just
there's another. I really hate anyone who allies with that guy, but that guy's fine. He's my next door neighbor. But I hate anyone who lines up with him. But he's
maybe there are other syndicates that aren't allowed on the relay. Maybe they have a shadow relay, and you can only get to it via railjack. And on that shadow relay, you have, I don't know, maybe another 6 syndicates that have completely polar opposite views. And then you can either just go like, right, and it affects the sort of missions you get, the sort of objectives you get. And yeah, it would still be an exterminate. Yeah, it would still be a capture or still be a rescue. But the fluff behind it is what impacts the universe, and then it's a decision that can't be undone, right?
Yeah,
I like the idea that you cannot I don't like doing it anymore. I'm gonna go over there now. Yeah, like this is something that you cannot undo.
I'm not sure about cannot undo, but I'm liking the idea of having more syndicates and it having more of a effect on your choices and what other people will interact with you, because they did the syndicates. It was a really nice starting point again, but it like the fact that I'll tell you when it really started breaking down, it was clear it was never going to be expanded upon when New Loca's quest came out, because Titania's quest. Titania's quest requires you to go talk to New Loca. New Loca make no, even though they're sending kill squads after you, saying that you need to be purged and all this other rubbish, they'll happily have a chat with you that, oh, by the way, can you just go down to Earth and find out what happened?
Do this quest for me first.
Do this quest for me quest. It's like, and there's not even unique dialogue that says along the lines of, I just, though I despise working with somebody who's so against my ideals, I have no other option, so I have to use you. Like that, you're the only one available, or the only one who can be, I've been told, can deal with this situation. There's nothing like that. They just talk to you as if you're just anyone else, even though They've tried to kill you. You do things that affect their allies and against you. You never help them. They're just happy. Oh yeah, here's this quest. And at the moment that came, and you didn't even. I mean, a voice line would all it would take to actually add the depth of a bit more to it. But as soon as they added that, I know that we'll never get anything like the system we're trying to describe here, which makes it very sad.
I think the problem is that like what we're asking for does not allow for minimum viable product.
Oh, but it's so much. It's such a little bit more work. It's like obviously there's like minimum viable product. There's like just a little bit more work. It's not like I'm not talking like adding a whole section here. I'm literally. I mean, you have to get the voice actor in. You have to get them to record the lines. You're literally talking about recording 2 or 3 more lines just at the start.
So
just at the start, and then literally just lining it up to go check what is their standing. If standing is evil or absolutely hated, play this line. If neutral, play this line. If beloved, play this line. That is all I'm asking for. It's like such a tiny thing, and it would have made a lot more effort onto that system.
I think so would that also stem into what I've proposed with this whole, genocidal mission type and so basically sabotage that leads to genocide or
see that would take more work to add in, but I do like that. Yeah. I think it'd be fine, but that you have to admit that'll take more work than a few extra voice lines and a thingy check.
Right, I see what you're talking about now. Right, I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean, I would like your thing as well. Like, yeah, that you take it to the next level, that you start having... Because the thing is, the Grineer, my understanding is how it's supposed to work, is the Grineer are supposed to be so massive that even though we killed millions of Grineer Lancers, whatever, that's actually supposed to be only just like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
That they're cloning so many more, and each one they just clone 6 out of every 1 corpse that we send back. So we're just like... Though we are affecting their plans in areas, their grand war machine is just... still just getting slightly inconvenienced and not really affected by it. We're not really affecting their ability to do what's called force protection into planets and things because of it. But if we started, I mean, even when we go to the shipyards, we never really blow up the shipyards. We never, even though we go to cloning facilities, we never poison a batch of 1 million Grineer or something. It'd be interesting to see effects like that would then have larger reaching effects on the solar system. Yeah. But so, you got anything to add to that before we go back to the actual topic? Oop.
I'm thinking to myself, so I think the difficulty is having additional lines may futz with their questing structure. I think the best way is alternative lines. So, there might be a greetings. Oh, Tenno, I'm so glad that you're here to join us. Please help us do this. Like, as an alternative, oh god, they sent you. Is that all we could get? Well, we don't have time to pick. So, I think alternatives leading to the same point is the better of the two options. If we could get like a full dialogue chain, which is the same, then that would be the best of all. Does that make sense?
But, yeah, no, it does. Right, but go back to the. We'll take a step back. Go back to the actual topic here. So, are the Tenno good for the Origin system as a whole? So obviously, because we're just like, let's plan this game mechanic and make it better. Let's go back to the fluff topic of it and step away from the game side of things for a bit and look at the lore. Have the Tenno been good for the Origin system? Well, what have we done really? We've shored up Cetus. Cetus is a lot, I think, stabler with the Tenno there. If there wasn't Tenno, I think the Grineer would be... I don't think they'd be able to take it because the Unum's there. I don't know how the Unum protects them, but it does. But at least we're able to prevent them completely just squatting on the plains. Even though we can't... So we can't even force them off the plains.
See, that's the problem. Yeah, that's what I hate, like the lack of permanency with the planes. It just doesn't make it feel real at all. Let's talk about some of the wider things that we know we've had an effect on the plot. We
shored up Orvalis, shored up because Orvalis was they brought back the... Well, they brought back
the scribe,
the group,
person?
that are facing Neff. The name of the group.
Solaris
funny...
United.
Solaris United. Yeah, Solaris United was pretty much dead, but they came back because of us.
Yeah.
As I recall. So we brought them back. We also saved it because I think it was going to explode, wasn't it? The Orokin Towers that Neff was using, didn't we fix it? It was going to overload or something.
Yes, because he was rushing the demo.
Yeah, he was rushing the demo. So we saved the Orvalis basically. So there's that, which is good.
We
crater.
We doomed colonists to extermination for Warframe suits. Revidius Dilemma.
Yes, okay, we'll take that as canon. Yeah, definitely. What else?
We destroyed a relay just to see what would happen.
Beaten and helped Alan V a bajillion times. Because why not? We have saved. Okay, though some relays have been lost. Obviously, Fomorians have been destroyed, and Fomorians are like.
Sorry, we've lost 3 relays, haven't we?
That's on PC though.
It's on all the platforms.
It's different.
Actually, no. I think Switch is the only one that's different. But PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 lost the same number, but different locations.
Yeah, different locations. Yeah. I'd be interested. Has a single relay been lost since they brought Fomorians back?
I don't think so. See, that's something I don't like.
Yeah.
You know,
and they made such a big effect and then such a minor event using bloody girders to build relays.
Huge splash, tiny ripples.
Yeah. Yes. And the fact is, it's not part. It should be part of the procedural system of the game.
Yeah.
That you can rebuild relays, but they made it an event. It's just so annoying. It's so annoying. So there's that. What else do we do? Blow up some Corpus robots. Corpus, well, apart from I'm obviously skipping spoilers with the current thing, but we don't.
I want to say we saved the reservoir.
No, we brought the moon back.
I brought the moon. Yeah, but that's not really here nor there, is it?
Well, I'm sure that must have effects on Earth, and everyone likes the moon to be there rather than not be there.
No, but what my point is like, what's the positive or negative of the moon being there?
It's nice to have a moon. Moons are good, y'all.
Okay.
Gotta love the moons. I would say, if based on Scarlet, I think Scarlet Spear is the first example of the Tenno being here has actually been good for the Origin system. Because clearly the Grineer don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, though, have you read the message at the end of the Protea quest?
No.
Read that. What was I saying? Right, yes. The Grineer obviously do nothing to sentience. Like, what were they doing? Scarlet Spear.
Yeah.
So
they weren't trying to shut down the Chondrix. They were just throwing fodder at the problem.
Yeah. So if we didn't have Tenno in the solar system right now, I think the sentience would be like, time to steamroller. I honestly do not know if anything could oppose them in the solar system if the Tenno Warframes weren't there.
Nothing.
I think that's the only thing I could say that is actually good. But yeah, because nothing could in theory. Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Corpus have started using they're taking sentience apart, but they've got amalgams. But then I don't know if they've been.
I feel that the amalgams are under the control of the Lotus more than LV.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but that's another thing I didn't like about the amalgams. Is some of the amalgams are actually crewmen. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What's that about? That's again not been expanded upon. It's a shame. Right, but as for that, what else? Anything else?
Okay, I think let's round this up. We'd love to see this happen. I don't think it's going to. I think the biggest issue. So divergence in plot. I think the biggest issue is, the status quo is just something that is just too immutable. Like, the only time that the status quo will be irrevocably changed is a solo player event. That's the only time it will be turned on its head.
Yeah, because we don't get events like Gravidius anymore. Gravidius did that, though.
Yeah.
Gravidius is amazing on so many levels. Right, but let's look at the comments.
Cool.
It's pretty well established. It's pretty well established that the strength of the Tenno isn't numbers, but raw power and some degree of skill. But we don't have enough of any of the above to properly wipe anybody except possibly the Corpus. They're the only faction we fight that can't obviously repopulate fast enough to keep us from completely wiping them out.
No,
If
but
we
they
look
would
at
just send
outcomes,
us
though-
robots instead.
Yeah, they would just basically reduce the amount of crewmen they're using and increase the number of proxies.
Yeah.
In fact, there's that point in the quest when... Oh, no, we're not saying anything in the quest.
Yeah.
If we look at the outcomes, though, none is all that great. Next reply. How does a small cast of warriors deal with those massive groups, killing off high-ranking members, working alongside resistance groups, using their arsenal of mass destruction to destroy war machines, Fomorians, Orb Mothers, Razorbacks, all while going through an existential crisis and getting betrayed by their mommy? I don't know how Tenno can do anything about the situation aside from keeping up their space gorilla against everyone else. Keeping up their space gorilla. Quick, Xeno! We need more fuel in the space gorilla!
It cannot take a Captain.
I think that means guerrilla actions or guerrilla
Probably.
tactics. So the thing is, though, a good point. They're working out how we normally are fighting the high-ranking people and their war machines, but they keep rebuilding, and we're never actually, as Xeno came up with the idea of poisoning Grenier, we're never actually affecting the production of these things. Like Fomorians keep getting made, Razorgats keep getting made, bosses. In theory, I think it's like the Lord of the Rings system where we kill someone, that void should, just gets filled by someone else. So let's move on. Especially when it comes to the sergeant, so many crewmen keep taking that position. Yeah. Last one. Let's say the Lotus knew of the upcoming sentient invasion. She knew that if the system would have peace, we wouldn't be able to stand against the sentients. But if she could keep the war going as long as possible, the factions would create better and better weapons or better war tactics. So the system could be better equipped for the upcoming invasion, maybe.
You could argue that the system could be used. So imagine the Grenier Corpus dynamic is actually the dojo that trains the Tenno on how to deal with the sentients later on. Because when you're fresh out of the I want to say test tube, out of the
cryotube.
Thank you. You aren't as readily able to just sneeze in the general direction of either faction and just watch them melt away. But now, you can be using certain warframes and then just laugh in the face of bullets.
So you're saying Lotus woke us up, not because the actual reason given is that the Grenier threat is growing too large and they're expanding too far too quickly and we've got to put a stop to them and they're affecting the balance. You're thinking it's because she knew the sentients were going to be coming relatively soon, and she thought, right, if I wake you up now, I can let you use these other races as fodder to train you up.
Pretty much.
That's really quite dark. I love it.
Only if I could get you your Grim. Right.
Yes. Well, yes, if we got to the point of poisoning whole vats of clones, maybe we would have our Grim in there as well. But anyway, yeah, I kind of think, I don't know, I'm not sure. I think obviously it's for the narrative, so that you think you're fighting one enemy, and it's like, oh, subversion, there's actually this other enemy. But it is told at the start that the Grenier is the problem, and that's why she woke us up. Obviously, you get like 4 is knocking on the door or whatever. We'll have to see. Maybe they will retcon this with the new player experience.
Well, of course they're going to retcon it.
No,
what don't they retcon?
Well, they're going to retcon, but that is a bigger narrative shift.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're the revealed sentients, the real operators, but we'll have to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I think
another point to this is think about how different the Tenno had to be between toppling the Orokin Empire and now. Before we could topple the Orokin Empire, what did that take? What did that require? The Orokin still had the Grenier and Corpus forces en masse. They even had the Dax. So what could we do that no other could to topple the Orokin Empire? Was it that there was...
them? No, we cut off the head.
Yes, but my point is, how did we do that if they had the sheer volume of armies, right? Are we just saying that the Grineer and the Corpus were like a fraction of what they are now? They had the Dax as well.
No. It's not. I think the problem there is from what we can tell, maybe not the Dax. Okay, the Dax, but the Dax seem to be in a lot smaller number than the Corpus and the Grineer for one, right?
Agreed.
You never see that many Dax, right? The Grineer though, their control on them was tenuous at best. It was some form of control. So that when we cut off the head, they became they broke away. They did their own thing. I think the same for the Corpus, though it's rarely explained. I think the Corpus were in a similar situation. Obviously, they weren't like spam worker clones like the Grineer, but I think they were under the thumb of the Orokin.
Yeah.
So once you cut off the head, they're like, screw you.
The teaser videos are dotted around the Twitter and stuff from DE. They indicate that the Corpus were under the oppressive thumb.
So once they cut off the head, which obviously we know from the Stalker's Law entry we did by, we've won the war, time for celebrations, we're going to line up right behind you. Stab, yeah.
Yeah, but my point is, like, I in principle, that's what happened, but logistically, what did happen, right? Was it like, oh, look, we are the Council of Seven. We shall all drip from our 2-liter mugs of Vim to... Oh, poison! You know? Like, what did we do?
We stabbed them and shot them.
How do we know that?
It says in the Stalkers thing.
Yeah, and like the fucking Codex entries haven't been retconned before.
Right, until it gets retconned, it's right. And it says that they basically timed it on... Obviously, if you think about a celebration, right, okay. The drums. They timed up the drums. And
on every planet.
This is the
every station.
Yeah?
Right?
What? Because we don't have
where are all the Archimedeans?
Communication. What?
Where are all the Archimedeans?
Right, you don't think they get stabbed next?
Well,
we killed them all, man.
Okay, fine. I just want... Well, we haven't, because Ballas is still alive.
Yes, the traitor.
Yeah. Captain No Butt.
Soon.
You know, my point is, I'd like to know more detail about the events. I mean, hell, we saw the clip from the old war at the beginning of Scarlet Spear, and it looked like we were losing.
You mean with the 2 railjacks?
Yeah, and the volume of Dax laying dead at the floor of the reservoir. The first time we see more than one Tenno.
Yes, no, I like that, and I was shocked when it was like the past. I was like, oh god damn it, come on, do it in the future.
Kind of wish you would actually take other players' Tennos though.
Yeah, it should like last 5 Tennos, 5 players.
Yeah.
That's one way to measure it. But then it would have to check a load, I guess. But also the size of the reservoir was shown there in a lot bigger scale.
Yeah.
Clouds, which means there's a lot more Warframes.
Yeah.
We know where those are. But anyway, this is an interesting topic. We'll have to do it for another time, I think, because I need to wrap things up. And we'll have to see on the new player experience. Yes. Maybe we can reassess this then. So let us move on to some memes.
Memes!
Let's go from sensible discussions to absolute retardedness.
Whoa, Loz, you can't say that word. Sensible. It's not acceptable.
But it's memes.
Right, ready?
Memes be memes, man.
Ready?
They be memes. Anyway, I don't want to point out, these all come from the Meme Frame subreddit. There was only, how many did I say? There was actually only this week, there was only 17 memes. So the amount of memes per week is actually gone down a lot. Hopefully, maybe we've had an update now, so we'll get a lot more memes. Maybe some Corpus memes. But still, let's move on to Meme Frame review. Meme number 1 for Xeno is I Know Mom. Lotus.
Yeah.
Be careful. There are void fishes nearby. That's why I'm here.
I think you might have cropped the image wrong. The bottom of the image is just completely missing.
Memes. Oh wow. Yeah, okay. It says that's why I'm here.
Okay.
That one. I don't know how that happened. Let me just check the others. No, all the others look okay.
Okay, cool. Moving on to number 2.
Never happened before. Right, let's move on to number 2. Meme number 2. Am I the only one? Warframe concept art. Warframe model.
Oh, the rhino. I mean, that's one of the sad truths of when it comes to comic books. Is like the cover art is so detailed, so crisp, so alluring. You open it up, it's stick figures, and I'm like, what? What happened? When did that happen?
Why can't they just
Damn
make
you,
less comics and make them all good?
Sage!
Step and Sage did a comic?
No, his work is often used a lot for covers.
Oh,
Yeah?
so he makes these amazing covers, and then you open the art book, you're like,
And it turns out
why
they
isn't
only...
this all that way?
Yeah, he was only hired to do the cover and not the whole thing.
That's a shame.
Yep.
Though this update doesn't have. I'm still waiting on it. The
variant?
which Warframe model am I waiting for? The one that was like ooh, not Avara. Cora. That one hasn't come out yet.
It just wasn't rigged properly.
Yeah, I know, but the Gara one came out, and I'm like, it's not great. Anyway, moving on. Number 3.
Funky.
What am I going to do without vacuum? Helios 30 dead. I guess I'll die. Got no vacuum. That's my only option. It's so true on so many levels. Now that we've got given companions have no negative effects and no degradation, I think the only thing left to do with Sentinels is to address their
regen
baseline. Just make them reload. Just stupid. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Number 4. Someone showing a very good use for the Corpus hand. When you come back, gives constant double loot boost in Kuva Survival. It's a good kitty. Very good kitty. Pet them good kitties. Number 5. Moving on. Former me. I was short for memes this week, and I was like, okay, fine, we'll go for this stupidity.
Oh
my get it?
God, yes.
So former blueprint on common? No.
Yeah.
Former blueprint on uncommon? Oh yeah. That's the thing. And finally, number 6, just because Xeno keeps moaning about Best Girl. I'm a Hildren main, so I thought it would be appropriate to make this. Me, asking a Hildren main to show Hildren's abilities. Hildren main. Love this meme. This post was made by Hildren Gang.
Oh my
god. Yep. Attack helicopter.
An Apache attack. I identify as an Apache attack helicopter.
Indeed. That is what Hildren is. That's why Hildren is Best Girl. Right, let's move on to the community responses. Sorry, the shout-outs for this week. Xeno.
I don't think we've ever got it wrong like that before.
Got what?
You saying responses when you meant shout-outs. We've always said shout-outs instead of responses. Right.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Right, so the first one. First community shout-out. Umbra and Valkyria by Plick It.
Naughty.
I love the tones. I love the shading. You know, I love the poses. I just like the whole thing.
Yeah, I love making use of the sort of the metal thing just to push it with the thumb. Just like, because there are a lot of. If you try it with your finger, if you push there, you can push it very easily.
Oh yeah,
very good. Love it.
Yeah,
great artwork. Is that immortal skin for? Obviously, it's the correct Valkyria head because nobody uses the base Valkyria head as Valkyria. So stupid. So it's Beset, but is that a skin?
No, I don't think that's Beset. I think that might be a Tenno helmet or something.
Okay.
I don't think that's Beset. No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Oh no, it wouldn't be though with the white paint. Anyway, let's move on though. So very good. We'll have to look that one up.
Number 2 is Protea by Nick.
Ooh.
Protea, but I actually really like this one. This came out before Protea, before the update and everything. I saw this and I thought, this looks pretty damn awesome.
See, I like Protea. I don't like the basic helmet though. I'm sorry. It's sometimes the basic helmet is just.
I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, with this being treated as a mask and things, I actually really like it.
Oh, the artwork. Sorry, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry to be critical of the artwork for the actual thing because it's like it just feels too. I see what they're inspired by, but it feels much of the thing. The artwork though is just on the level there. That is just brilliant.
Yep. The third community shout out is Valkyria Prime by Frevelisk. I'm pretty sure Frevelisk has used this same sort of Valkyria corridor, air vent look before, but this is with Valkyria Prime, and this I'm pretty sure is the same helmet as the last one.
Which has the patterning, which says Valkyria Prime, I'm
pretty sure this is not Valkyria Prime's helmet. I think this is potentially a Tenno
Valkyria Prime helmet has
the nose ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is a Tenno helmet. I don't know what one it is. I think Loz and I now need to go find out what it is and buy it.
This is really good. It's awesome.
Yeah. Right.
Is this like basic Valkyrie helmet? No. Geminus, the set helmet replaces it. This is what she should be. And then like Valkyrie Prime, no. This is what Valkyrie Prime head should have been. Is that what Valkyrie is?
Pretty much.
Sorry.
Right. Then moving on to number 4, which is Nyx by Nyx.
Whoa.
So this is a new icon for their Twitter account, and I just love the different sort of take on it. It comes across very Evangelion kind of design with the teeth, very misshapen.
Reminds me of Dark Sector, what Nyx sort of you took Nyx, put it in Dark Sector kind of thing.
Yeah.
A bit more animalistic. Really cool.
Next. Number 5 is Avara by Lionel Guts.
It's Messy Paint Day. What's up, my friends? Oh yeah. This just messy paint.
It's just
messy paint up in here. Just messy paint.
Just get some messy paint up.
Splatter on some paint, messy way. Yeah,
so messy.
Beautiful.
Much paint.
Bloody beautiful. Just like,
and then
much messy, much paint.
And then the sixth one. I could count. The 6th one is Mesa Fortune by Kleru Prime. This is a cross between Mesa Prime and Miss Fortune from League of Legends. I've got to be honest, I love the perspective shot of how big the gun barrel is when it's up close. You know, you could probably see down the gun barrel.
I like the darker one better for it, and
fair enough.
I see what you mean, because I don't know, the gold kind of distracts me from that. It's like I barely noticed that in the gold one. I flick over to the other one, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I kind of get the feeling of that more. You can feel the weight of the gun and the shape of it more.
Of course, weird pose that you would never want to shoot from ever, but ignoring that, how would you do that, Loz? Nope, more.
Where are her organs? Yeah, where are her organs? I think it's great. Lovely artwork.
Yeah. Cool. Right. That is it for the community shout out. My good sir, it's your quote.
Tenno, I happen to know that area very well, and the prevailing solar winds at this time of year. That bomb goes off, the technocyte virus will cover Venus, Earth, and most of Mars in 10 hours. Now, you want to explain to the leaders of those planets why you just wiped out 40 million people? Maybe we should up that number.
Yeah, you should have upped that number.
Well, I don't really know how many people live on Earth anymore. It's kind of tricky because...
Well, it's 7 billion right now.
I'll change it to billion, 40 billion.
Yeah.
40 billion. Anyway, it's like, that's the tricky thing with Warframe, is that it's like, Earth
habited.
There's like the Orokin plants are everywhere apparently, but then they're not on the plains, so it's like how many Grenade are on?
It's just hard to tell.
Anyway, there we go.
Right. So do it again.
Oh, you're not gonna get it, by the way. There's no way you'll get this, I don't think. Tenno, I happen to know that area very well, and the prevailing solar winds at this time of year. That bomb goes off, the technocyte virus will cover Venus, Earth, and most of Mars in 10 hours. Now, you want to explain to the leaders of those planets why you just wiped out 40 billion people?
Are you sure I haven't seen it?
Well, I'd be very surprised if you have.
What year is it?
I will get that for you now. It is before year 2000. It is 1998.
There's no way to justify I will have not seen it.
That's not a way you wouldn't have seen. Well, I'd be surprised if you have.
So you think you think I haven't seen this movie?
Yes.
Are you so sure of that you would give me the original quote?
Okay, you may be able to get it from the original quote because of referencing to other stuff.
Okay. So
here we go.
No. So I'm pretty sure it's some kind of explosive device.
Well, the virus might give it away as why. The name of the virus.
Name of the virus. 98.
At least I think it would. Hang on, let me check.
Oh God. Is
Oh, maybe it wouldn't. Oh no. Oh, have I misspelled that?
you misspelt it?
No, no. Actually, maybe it wouldn't. I thought it was more of a thing. But okay. Do you want the original?
Go on.
Sir, I happen to know that area very well, the prevailing winds at this time of year. That bomb goes off, the Death's Head virus will cover Jersey, Pennsylvania, and most of Ohio in 10 hours. Now, you want to explain to the governors of those states why you just wiped out 40 million people?
Oh God, I feel like I know this. Go on,
You'd
what
be
is
very
it?
surprised.
Go on, what is it?
It is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh God! Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
But
no one did. I've seen it. It's awful.
I'm not surprised. Wow, how do I remember that quote so well? I must have watched something like that referenced that quote.
Yeah, kind of bomb going off, planets. It's like, you know how it is for making quotes.
Yeah,
You've got to
yeah,
find
yeah.
something with nouns and things. So I was like, yeah.
God, yeah. How'd you do
It's
land on that?
come on, like how many superhero things? Bomb, bad thing happen,
Yeah.
people die. It could be anything.
Yeah. Right, so that's it for this week's episode of 10 o'clock. Thank you very much for listening. We'll try not to ramble on as much.
Ramble. Well, we were rubbish at the start with community stuff slowing.
Well,
I assume we're on end slate now.
yeah, I was told that I wasn't allowed to rush it. He was like, I'm going to take my time. I'm owning this. I'm taking my time. That's what you said. You said, I'm captain, own my time a lot. He's staring at me.